till she gave me complete nirvana.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Glendale. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
This is taken around the 12. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Being chased out left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And going deep for Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
3.5 to go, first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. At the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tua escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Hurts.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's when they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
38 yards.
and the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hassan Reddick, his 2nd sack of the night. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
It's caught inside the 25.
4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Play action, now it's Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. And the tight end goes in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's got Smith here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Sanders again.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic?
And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In motion comes the tight end left.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles!
Quez Watkins
from 19 yards away.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The
the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Second down, here's Mostert again. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Their pass passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Brown, the lone receiver, left.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Grant Calcaterra,
A 5-yard touchdown.
and the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
Harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to